Hi, let's start our Unit 6 test. Okay, so the periodic table and the structure of the atom. Question 1. The following diagram represents the basic structure of an atom. The four circles on the right side of the diagram represent a zoomed in image of the center of the atom. Select the answer that correctly labels the parts of the atom. Is it A? Is 1 the neutron, 2 a positron, 3 an electron, 4 a nucleon? Is it B? So is 1 over here showing a neutrino, 2 a positron, 3 an electron, 4 a nucleon? Is it C? Is number 1 showing a neutron, 2 showing a proton, 3 showing an electron, and 4 showing the nucleus? Or is it D? 1 is showing the nucleus, 2 is showing a proton, 3 an electron, 4 a neutron. Question 2. How many valence electrons does selenium have? A6, B16, C34, D79. Question 3. If you ask someone to draw a Bohr model for an atom of the element zirconium, where would you indicate the placement of protons, neutrons, and electrons? A. Protons and electrons in the nucleus and neutrons in the energy levels. B. Neutrons and electrons in the nucleus and protons in the energy levels. C. Electrons in the nucleus, protons and neutrons in the energy levels. Or D. Protons and neutrons in the nucleus and electrons in the energy level. Question 4. Which Bohr model represents oxygen? Note that the inner gray circle is not an energy level. Okay, so you're going to have to look at those pictures and pick out which one represents oxygen. Question 5, chlorine. Which of the following correctly shows a Bohr model for chlorine, which is symbol Cl? Note the ring in the center of the atom represents the innermost energy level, not the nucleus. So this right here is the innermost energy level. Question 6. Sodium. Which of the following correctly shows the Lewis structure for sodium, which is Na or number 11 on the periodic table? Question 7. If someone asked you to draw a Bohr model for an atom of the element xenon, Xz, how many electrons would you draw in the second energy level? A2, B4, C8, D18. Question 8. An element's atomic number is the number of blank in the nucleus of each atom of that element. A, electrons and neutrons, B, valence electrons, C, neutrons, D, protons. Question 9. The mass of manganese is 55 and its atomic number is 25. How many neutrons does an atom of manganese have in its nucleus? A, 25, B, 30, C, 55, D, 80. Question 10. The atomic mass of an element is blank of that element. A, the number of neutrons plus the number of protons of an atom. B, the number of protons in each atom. C, the average mass of the protons and electrons. D, the number of electrons in each atom. Question 11. As a general trend, what happens to the mass of an atom for elements as you move to the right and down on the periodic table? A, mass increases, B, mass decreases, C, the mass stays the same, D, there is no relationship between mass and position on the periodic table. Number 12, which of the following would be the most reactive? Reactive means it's likely to form compounds with other elements. A, phosphorus, B, silicon, C, chlorine, D, argon. Okay, for the next questions, you're going to use this picture right here of Lewis dot diagrams. So use the Lewis dot diagram structures to help you answer these questions. Which of the following compounds is most likely to form in nature? A, calcium and bromine, B, lithium and krypton, C, carbon and hydrogen, D, potassium and bromine. Question 14, still using that picture from above. Use the Lewis dot structure to help you answer this question. Which of the following compounds is most likely to form in nature? A, BF, B and F, B, Mg and S, C, Sr and Xe, D, potassium and rubidium. Question 15. Which property best describes the metals family? A, conductors, B, insulators, C, brittle, D, state of matter is mostly a gas at room temperature. Okay, for the next couple questions, you want to use this picture right here to help you answer them. So which periodic table, A, B, C, D, E, or F, shows the location of the metalloids? Question 17. Which periodic table, A, B, C, D, E, or F, shows the location of the nonmetals? Question 18. Which periodic table, A, B, C, D, E, or F, shows the location of the noble gases? Okay, and then for our last questions here, you want to use this picture right here. So question 19. Which periodic table, A, B, C, D, E, or F, shows the location of the highly reactive metals? Question 20. Which periodic table, A, B, C, D, E, or F, shows the location of the highly reactive nonmetals? Question 21. Which periodic table, A, B, C, D, E, or F, shows the location of the transition metals? And question 22. Which periodic table, A, B, C, D, E, or F, shows the location of the rare earth metals? Okay, now you're going to continue on onto the next paper where you are going to draw Bohr models and Lewis dot diagrams for the elements listed. If you have questions, come see me and I can read the pieces of that page to you. Okay, do your best.